So many of you have been asking for this, so here is a story time about how I've been on my period for what is now 917 days. So this all starts 2.5 years ago. I have been on my period for 3 weeks now, which was a little bit abnormal for me, so I go and see the doctor. The doctor says, give it another week, come back and we'll see how we get on. I give it another week, still on my period. So I go back to the doctor and the doctor's like, oh, okay, here's some medication, this should stop the bleeding. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. So after 2 more weeks, I go back to the doctor and I'm like, hey, I'm still bleeding. And they're like, oh, I'm not sure what to suggest. I'll send you over to my colleague. So I go and see another doctor. So I go and see that doctor and they're like, oh, okay, try this medication, see if that helps. Spoiler alert, it didn't stop the bleeding. So I go back to that doctor and they're like, oh, okay, not normal. Let me refer you for some tests. So a month later, I then go to the hospital for some tests. I have some blood work done and I have a transvaginal ultrasound where they put a little probe up into you to like look at your uterus and your ovaries. And the technician is like, oh, you have a few cysts on your ovaries. That could be causing the problem. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. She's like, I'll send these over to the doctor. When he gets them, he'll make an appointment with you. I was like, cool, thank you. So I wait. A couple of weeks later, I get a call from the doctor and they're like, okay, so we've got the results of your tests. You have polycystic ovary syndrome. I'm like, okay. And they're like, are you still bleeding? I'm like, yes. And they're like, oh, the type of cysts, the size of cysts that are on your ovaries shouldn't be causing this much bleeding. That's probably not what's causing it. So we'll send you for another scan and we'll see what happens. So I go for another scan. At the scan, they're like, yeah, okay, no. These cysts on your ovaries are not causing this bleeding. That's not happening. This type of bleeding isn't associated with PCOS. At this point, it's been like 3 months I've been on my period, right? They're like, okay, so what are we going to do now? We're going to send you for a biopsy and a hysteroscopy where they put a little camera up into my uterus and have a look, see what's going on. Fast forward a couple of months, I go in for my procedure. Everything goes well. I'm put to sleep, wake up, next day, go home. And then I just have to wait for the results. After a couple of weeks, the results come back. The doctor calls me and they're like, there is no reason you should be bleeding like this. I'm like, okay, great. And he's like, are you still on your period? I'm like, yes. At this point, it's been like 8 months, right? And I'm like, he's like, I genuinely don't know what to do. I'm going to refer you to a specialist. I was like, okay, cool. Thanks so much. And then a couple of weeks go by, I go and see the specialist. The specialist is like, oh, okay, so there's nothing on your scans. There's nothing in your blood test right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to put you on this medication. Spoiler alert, medication didn't work. And they're like, oh, okay. So they then put in an IUD and they're like, give it a couple of months, see how the IUD goes. That should stop your bleeding. Spoiler alert, it didn't stop my bleeding. So I go back to the specialist for a checkup and they're like, oh, has the bleeding stopped? It should have stopped by now. And I'm like, no. At this point, it's been over a year. No one knows why I'm bleeding. The specialist at this point doesn't know what to do. So I'm sent for some more scans, another ultrasound, an MRI. They're like, okay, let's have a look. Let's get a full scope of your uterus, of your ovaries, of your cervix, and let's see if we can find out what's going on. There is nothing on my scans that shows that this level of bleeding should be happening. I have some cysts on my ovaries, we know this. They are not causing this bleeding. No one knows what's going on. So they're like, oh, we'll try this medication. Doesn't work. We'll try this medication. Doesn't work. Months and months and months and months and months go by and no one knows why I am still on my period. Fast forward to now, day 917, 2.5 years of being on my period and no one can tell me what's wrong. I've seen many doctors, many specialists. I've had every scan, every test, every treatment, every medication they can offer me, and I'm still on my period. 917 days, 2.5 years of straight on period. No one can tell me why. No one knows what's going on. I honestly feel like I'm dying. My iron levels, rock bottom. The cramps, awful. The pains, awful. I'm aching. All of my muscles hurt. My bones hurt. I have constant headaches, constant nausea. The amount of packing pads I have to buy is draining my bank account. I go through, I don't even know how many packets of pads. I am keeping my local shop in business purely with the amount of pads I'm buying. So yeah, fun fact, I've been on my period for 2.5 years. No one can tell me why. No one knows what's going on. There's no end in sight. Living my best life.
Oh no, I'm so sorry you're going through this unimaginable ordeal. Being on your period for over 2 years is incredibly tough and must feel overwhelming every single day. It's frustrating when doctors can't find the answers you desperately need, and I can only imagine how exhausting the constant visits and treatments must be. Your strength in continuing to seek help despite the lack of answers is truly inspiring. Please remember that you deserve compassionate care and support during this difficult time. Don't hesitate to reach out to specialists or support groups who might offer new perspectives or solutions. Your health and well-being are so important, and you're not alone in this fight. Keep advocating for yourself and pushing for the answers you need. Here's to hoping you find relief and clarity soon. Stay strong and know that brighter days are ahead.